everyone, this is Jeff from Adirondack Woodsman, and we're back up at camp after being gone for a couple of weeks. One for roof maintenance on the camp, and then another week we were up in Vermont at our family reunion. So this is kind of where we left off. I've got some scaffolding set up here, and what I need to do is put a top plate on these beams. You can see, and then tow them into line. You can see here, I don't know if you can see, the beam is a little off kilter here, the shorter beam. So hopefully the tow board will get that pulled in. We've got clamps we can use as well. So we're gonna put a top plate on, nail that on, and then after that, we're gonna start putting the brackets up. We're gonna have 4x6s, 7 across. So 5 in the middle, 1 on each of the ends. And that's going to support a 4x6 that's going to go all the way across. So that's what we have planned for today. We'll see how far we get. And beautiful day up here. It's probably about 70, 72. Perfect temperature for working. So follow along as we get going. I got to start by trimming the ends on the 2x6s that we're going to put up as a top plate. So hope you enjoyed today's video, guys, and go ahead and comment and let me know what you think. Okay, I gotta get up on the ladder. I'm gonna grab my hammer. I forgot my clamps. I'll have to grab them. Just looking to see what way the crown is. I think we're going to put it the other way. We need to still flip it because I want a good edge here. So we're gonna kind of try to spin it, I think. I don't know if I could do that or not. Okay. Okay, let me run down and grab my clamps. Should only need a couple of them. Okay, so we're gonna just slowly work our way down here. Make sure we get this towed back in line. Turn that pressure down a little bit. Okay, this one's all done. This one, do I even need a top plate here? I do. Until we didn't see it. Out of nails. Well, better than it was. Okay, so I decided to continue on with the theme of the Simpson accents, and these are made for a 4x6. You could put, I think, a 4x8 in here as well. And the way it's going to work is we have these 3-inch, really heavy-duty Simpson lag bolts. Lag screws are going to go through here. It's going to attach onto the beam, and then you'll slip your 4x6 in between. Then once the 4x6 is in there, you're going to bolt it in with the same system we used up there with the nuts and the 3.5-inch screws. So I'm going to go up and put some of these on there. I want 7 across each side of each beam. And so I'm going to start close to the end, probably not right at the very end, but close to the end. Then I'm going to put one, I'm sorry, close to the end on the LVL beam, and then I'm going to put one on the end of this one, as close as you can without, you got to be able to get it in there. So then I'm going to put one down in the middle of this beam and then split the difference on each end. So we'll have 7 4x6s holding these together, keeping the beams from wandering out, and then we'll obviously put other bracing as well, but we're going to do that as a start. So here we go. Okay, I don't have a tool belt, but I've got my bucket for Bob Fitch's wife, so that I'm not carrying each individual thing up. So thank you for that suggestion. I already got a cobweb up here. That didn't take long. So I think what I'm going to do is start 2 inches down. Well, maybe I'll go from the end of the beam so I'm consistent here. Oops. Do it on here, I guess. So we'll put the first bracket we'll put the first bracket at 78. And there are 6 lags in each, they call them screws, but I call them lags, in each bracket. Okay. I'm going to have to look and see if I've got true 4x6s. Oh, you know what? Shoots. Is this going to be too tall? Nope. I'll be below the top of the top plate. I didn't know if these were truly 6 inches. They're about 5.5, so we should be good height-wise. But I need to make sure they're just 3.5 inches wide and not any wider. Let's see here. I'm wondering, I think I'm going to put this, I don't want to split the beam. So I'm going to come in a little bit here. I'm going to come in 4 inches. Okay, bracket number 2's up. So these beams were 20 foot, 2 3/4 inches. So okay, now we need to do the same thing on the other side. Look at these measurements one more time so it lines up with that one. 78 is going to bring me to here on this beam. That's because this center beam wasn't squared up with that center beam. The overall dimensions are square, and I made it up with this beam. But I'm coming in here instead of so we'll also see how that plays out here. This makes me split the beam, which I guess I can do, but I'd rather not. I think I'm going to move that one over. So we'll do 82 here. So I'll have to move that one over to 82 as well. So we're going to move this bracket down to 82 in order for it to be square with the other one. If you recall, on the earlier video, the middle beam, the LVL wasn't quite in line. So what we did was we made it up on the extension beam on the end, but that just means we're off a little bit when we're running these, but that's okay. Just means we gotta take the bracket out and put it back in again. 4 inches down. Okay, that should work. Okay, now in order to see if our beam is off a little bit, I've got it pretty much level, but I think that this one leans a little bit. So what I've got is a Bosch laser that measures distance, and it's accurate within a 1/16 of an inch. So what we're going to do is measure down here. I did this the other day. Works pretty good. Whoops, let's try it again. I got 11 foot, 11.63 feet. Let's see what we got up at the top here. 11.59. 11.6. That's pretty darn close. I think when we pulled the beam in and put the top piece in, it brought it much closer than it was. So that's good. Ow. Let's check this one too. We want really the same dimension all the way across. 11. 11.685. That's 0.2 inches, or 0.2 feet difference there. That's 11.66. So here in the very end are similar. This one is a little bit more of a gap. So we'll figure that out as we go along. And what I'm going to do is cut these all the same exact length. Let's 11.63. That's going with the bolt, from bolt to bolt. 11.55. So if I do 11.5 feet, it'll give me a little bit of play in there, which is good. So that's what we're going to do, 11.5. So we're going to go cut a 4 by 6, 11.5 feet. Short. What's happened there? Hmm. 11 feet, 6.5. 1 feet 7. I know what I did. No. 1.5. 11.7. Well, I can use this beam over here because this is a shorter gap. This one's not going to work here. Okay, that's a much better fit. Much better fit. Unfortunately, I only got this one that was long enough after miscutting that other one without milling up more. So I think I'm going to start milling up. I'm going to mill up a couple more now before I have to bother moving the scaffolding. So we'll do that next. Get the wood miser fired up. By the way, that ringing you hear is this weight, these barbells vibrating. Not sure if you can hear it or not. Sorry, wasn't looking at the camera. There's barbells for weights on the back, and that's what was making the noise. We got a 7-inch pith there. Whoops. Let's see what we got at this end. We got 7 3/4. We've got to go up a little bit.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Okay, so we've got two 4x6s here. I should be able to get another one out of there. And I got a 2x6 as well. Let's carry these with the forklift over to the chop saw. Okay, so we got 3 2x4s and 3 4x6s and one 2x6. Once again, these are a lot heavier than the dried ones I had. Over to the chop saw. Whew. Okay, 3 down. 11 more to go. These have to get bolted in yet. Haven't done that yet. I gotta put the bolts in. And this one has got to get pulled a little bit tighter. Okay, we're gonna lock these in. The middle one I've got to pull together tighter, but we'll do that. Well guys, we got a fair amount done today considering we only worked, got started just before noon. We got 3 of the cross beams up there, the 4x6s, and they're done with a Simpson accent 4x6 joist hangers, if you want to call them that. But I think it came out pretty good. Pleased with the way it's starting to look. And the only thing we got to do now is move it down, move the scaffolding down and continue on. I had some that were already cut that were a little bit too short, and one I actually screwed up on and cut it too short. So we'll use them over here because this is a foot less. The bay here is a foot less than the bay over there. But we milled up 3 of the 4x6s. I got one more that we had finished milling up today, and we'll end up using that tomorrow in the big bay. And we've got another log that we'll cut for some additional ones on the end. So when we're all done, there'll be 7 in each bay. Yeah, so that should work out nicely. Well, if you enjoyed today's video and you're enjoying the build, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Love to hear comments. Thumbs ups are great, but comments make all the difference. And Bob Fitch's wife, you can see I used my buckets today to carry my stuff up. It's what you use if you don't like to wear a tool belt. So anyways, have a great weekend, guys. I'll be doing more tomorrow, but if I don't talk to you, have a great weekend.